When news of Indrajit's death reached him, Ravana fainted. On awakening, he wept bitterly. The city of Lanka too was drowned in grief. Every family had lost sons, brothers, or husbands. Valmiki devotes an entire chapter to the lament of the Raksasis. They did not blame Rama for their sorrow. Instead, they blamed Shurpanakha for her reckless desire, and Ravana himself for his arrogance and folly. Yet Ravana was not done. Broken but defiant, he gathered every man still able to fight and came out for one last battle. At first, he caused great havoc among the Vanaras. Then he met Rama in combat. Their duel blazed like two storms colliding. Chariots wheeled, arrows filled the skies, neither warrior giving an inch. At one point, Ravana struck Laxmana with a spear so fiercely that Hanuman had to fetch the Sanjivani herb once again to save him. Ravana himself returned to the city to change his chariot, then came back thundering to the field. Rama, as he awaited him, remembered sage Agastya's teaching and invoked the Aditya Hridaya, prayer to the sun. Strength renewed, he faced his foe. The two warriors fought on for hours. Valmiki says that whenever Rama severed one of Ravana's heads, another grew in its place. 100 times this happened. Rama realized ordinary weapons would not suffice. Then he raised the great arrow given by Agastya, fashioned by Brahma himself, the Brahmastra. It was vast, heavy, yet hollow, filled with fire, glowing like a thunderbolt. Following sacred procedure, Rama drew his bow to its fullest and released the weapon. The Brahmastra flew hissing through the sky, blazing like the end of time itself. It struck Ravana square in the chest, pierced through, and in that instant, his bow fell from his hands. And so did his life breath. The king of the Rakshasas was slain before his body touched the ground. At once, wails of grief arose. Mandodari and Ravana's wives rushed to the battlefield, crying over his fallen form. Vibhisana stood torn between sorrow for his brother and relief that the tyranny had ended. And here Rama's nobility shone brightest. He told Vibhisana, "Console the women and perform the last rites for your brother. Animosity ends with death. Ravana was a great warrior, and he deserves honor in death. He died on the battlefield like a true Kshatriya. Give him the respect he is due." So Vibhisana cremated Ravana with proper rites, offered water oblations, and mourned him. Only then did Rama turn to Laxmana and say, "Now coronate Vibhisana as the king of Lanka." Thus ended the reign of mighty Ravana, not with triumphal cruelty, but with the dignity of Dharma. Rama showed that even in victory, a true leader upholds respect, compassion, and righteousness.